Hello, horror fiends. My name is Alp Beck, and I am here today to read a story that is actually a second version of a story that was published in an anthology called Hell's Malls Sinister Shops, Cursed Objects, and Maddening Crowds. It was edited by April Gray. And I am working on a variation of that story, which I hope to place somewhere, but um, it should be interesting. I wanted to add an additional character and play around a little bit with it. So I'm going to read you the first 6 minutes. And if you want to know more about anything else I've written or where you can find my stuff, you can go to Alp Beck. That's ALPBECK.com. And you can find other things that I've written and have been published. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll start you off. And I hope you like it. Sorry that I have to look sideways here. Um, the story is called Dead Mall. The Happy Acres Mall sits forlorn and forgotten at the center of the sprawling parking lot, only host to patches of overgrown weeds and cracked concrete. A large sign greets visitors. Someone has spray painted a CR over the H on the mall's name, so that now it reads Crappy Acres. In the distance, Jen can still make out the ghostly label scar of its former occupant, J.C. Penney's. The mall's main entrance beckons, but she drives past it to a little known side door she discovered during her research. She knows this one will not be padlocked. She parks, shuts off the engine, and engages the handbrake. Worried the little clunker will run off? Luca says. Hey, don't insult my Maserati. Just because it's flat ground doesn't mean it won't roll. My brakes are shot. Luca snorts laugh. Just get this stuff before I change my mind about letting you help me. Did you forget this is a paying gig? Jen says. Oh, yeah, because spending my Saturday dragging equipment around in a deserted mall is worth $50. She side eyes him. So you don't need a gift for Emily's birthday. Luca ignores her. We've only been dating for a couple of months, you know? And isn't it her birthday? Jen asks. He stays silent. Hello? Yes, okay, it's her birthday. And again, we've only been dating for 2 months. Scrooge much? She says, reaching behind him and toward the back seat. I thought I taught you better than that. Her 16-year-old brother could be clueless, but she loved him like a son. He sulks. She grabs a strap of her trusty 1972 Olympus FTL. The all-metal body is dented in spots, and some of the black finish has worn off the pebbled surface. But this dinosaur is perfect for documenting another fossil. Luca drags the large, ungainly duffel bag out of the trunk along with her tripod. The bag holds all the additional equipment, extra batteries and filters. What the hell do you have in here? Rocks? Luca says. Nope, she thinks. Just all my lenses. I'm not leaving anything to chance. The project she has in mind doesn't pay, but she knows she'll get additional assignments out of it. The folks at yourpulse.today seemed interesting. Today.com, sorry. Seemed interested when she pitched the piece. The post pandemic decline of consumerism. Granted, she'd have to come up with a better title. She planned to arrange a before and after photo spread intended to mirror a bygone era. She lined up today's photos alongside with the ones taken of her mother posing for her with her friends in the exact locations where they had been taken, a side-by-side comparison. The economic collapse occurred when Jen was too young to understand, but the detritus left behind is everywhere. Most of the malls around the country have already been bulldozed out of existence. Jen doesn't know why Happy Acres still stands, but she's grateful because it's about to star in her photo spread. The shop until you drop era versus what the hell happened. Apparently, hanging out at the mall was a big thing decades ago. Her mother's eyes still moisten when she shares anecdotes of her shopping trips with friends, many of them long dead. The empty structure holds the faded echo of a bustling culture. She hopes to capture it on film. The door is unlocked and slightly ajar. The hinges screech in protest as she forces them open with her shoulder. The rusty squeals jarringly loud in the tomb-like silence. A cloud of dust envelops them, setting off her chronic cough. Well, there goes the element of surprise, she laughs. Her brother's voice cracks in an uncharacteristic pubescent squeak. What? Just kidding. There's nobody here but us chickens, she says, clucking loudly. Ha ha, very funny. Jen turns on her flashlight and carefully makes her way down the narrow corridor. She feels Luca's hand touch her back. He was nervous. Another set of doors greets her at the end. These open easily and silently. They enter carefully, oddly resistant to making noise. The mall's cavernous atrium glows eerily, lit by a swath of natural light streaming from an opaque skylight above. She puts away the flashlight. The glass dome above, 3 levels up, provides enough ambient light to illuminate the surroundings, highlighting the fine particles of debris undulating within it. She raises the camera, takes off the lens cover, focuses, and snaps a few quick shots. The double click of the shutter reverberates loudly in the space, and she feels an irrational urge to stifle it. In the middle of the space, a multitude of giant, multicolored orbs form a large Christmas tree. But instead of festive, the display feels depressing. What had happened to the manufactured joy that we're supposed to inspire? Where did it go? She observes the lobby. The outer sections of the concourse are hidden within deep shadows. Joy glances up, noticing many of the safety railings are missing from the upper balconies. She'd have to be really careful there. A ripple of anxiety crawls up her spine, igniting her neurosis with open air ledges. No, she determined. She will explore the full shopping center, all of it, all the floors. That's where the gold lies. She randomly picks a corridor. Come on, she says, this way. Luca scrambles behind her, almost dropping the bag. She turns and flashes him a look. Hey, this stuff is heavy. Uh-huh, sure. I should have asked you for more money, he grumbles. Once they walk past the illumination of the atrium, the darkness is not absolute. It's dimmer, but she can see well enough to explore comfortably. This bodes well for the rest of her assignment. And that is the end. I hope to have this out within a couple of weeks, or at least finished within a couple of weeks, and then they'll find a home somewhere. But the original of this can be found, as I said, on Hell's Malls, Sinister Shops, etc. And you can find that on Amazon and all publishing or book outlets.